What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Otaku Kickback Sessions. As always, I'm one of your two co-hosts, Easy the Shinobi, and joining me on this fine Tuesday morning. Well, actually, it's Saturday, but this episode is going to come out on Tuesday. We got the one, the only, a professional Vivian enthusiast, Green Specter.
Why you gotta drop it like that, dog?
Why not? Are you not a Vivian enthusiast?
Don't expose me like this. How dare you?
I mean, I think we're pretty far deep that we both. I think that people know that we play Zenless on Zero.
Yeah, I guess.
But here's the thing. I'm trying to spice up your intros, showing that you're a man of mystery.
Not that mysterious if you expose me like this.
That's okay. I'll do you one better. You could include a fun fact about me on the next intro.
Nah.
All right. Yeah, thank you for joining us again, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if you're on your way to work, or basically you're at work and listen to this. Thank you for joining in and spending another day, another episode with us, kind of going through our rants, our joys, and our what have you nots. Um, so, in order to start us off, I know it's been a minute, but it's a good reason. We went to go watch the new Hatsune Miku movie,
Yes.
and I had to say, I'll say from the perspective of somebody that's not that isn't well versed in Vocaloids and stuff. Like I sort of know, at least for common knowledge, I do know Hatsune Miku a bit. Um, but in that aspect, going for movie wise, the movie was good. It was entertaining.
From my perspective, who actually is a Hatsune Miku and Vocaloid enthusiast, I loved all the subtle references to other music that she's produced.
Nice. Yeah, because I know basically at least throughout the certain spots throughout the movie, I think it's mainly when they did the background and cityscape stuff. You could hear some of her different like songs being played like throughout the city and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That and not to mention, well, obviously you know more about this than I do. Seeing as how it seemed like they included more of the different vocaloids that she's been featured with before, right?
They mostly focused on the main cast
Mm-hmm.
of the Vocaloids. That, like, when you think of Miku, you think of like these like 6 or 5 characters.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious on why Akita Nuru wasn't in there, or Teto.
Why wasn't Deto in there?
Yeah, but I mean, for Teto, it's pretty obvious because technically she's a joke Vocaloid created as like, oh haha, look at this Vocaloid I created. No, we don't have to make her. Then she becomes an official. She gets an official design. Then she gets an official voice bank, and now it's like she went from a joke to actually getting official stuff.
But I know, because I know you explained that to me on the ride back. Yeah, honestly, that shit was funny because it's like, how is it that you started off this Vocaloid as a joke, right?
Yeah.
And you thought, okay, it's going to be a joke programming. I don't think, or a joke Vocaloid. I don't think she's going to get that popular. And she actually gets a decent sized following, and gets essentially her own merchandise. I think she even got her own like official collaboration for some projects and stuff, right?
Something like that, yeah.
That's insane. But yeah, I mean, it goes to show you that. I mean, if it's entertaining enough and if there's enough will behind it, I mean, fuck it. People will jump to it. So why
I'm
not?
still waiting on Neuro to get her official voice.
Does she not have an official voice?
She does, but she sounds more robotic.
Okay. So it's more so you're waiting on it to kind of like how Miku is, where it's like one official solid voice that people know.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Well here's the hope. But yeah, overall, I mean, I don't think it's in theaters anymore. I think it was just for a limited time. But honestly, I mean, it was a good watch for about like 2 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the main message that now that I remember, the main message that you did take away that were that basically people who watched it that did take away from the movie is, dog, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Don't give up on yourself, because then you'll probably end up killing Hatsune Miku, and you don't want that blood on your hands, do you? Yeah, no, yeah, because that's the main message from it. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, if you're able to catch it on streaming, check it out. If you're somebody like myself that again isn't well versed in Vocaloids, you know, I still think it's a good watch, and in case you want to get more interested. Let's see what I have on my news bank here. Um, Okay, so we have Ao Asaki. I'm gonna butcher the name. Ao Ashi, the soccer anime, is gonna. It got announced for season two. For 2026. There's no official date when in 2026, but there's gonna be more info to come later. Um, we also got Arc Knight's Rise from Ember anime set for premiere on July 4th, 2025. This is going to be the sequel to the Arc Knights anime that came out back, I think, like in 2021 or so.
Yeah.
That one, I'm assuming that one probably be 8 episodes as well. And I will go on a bit of a sidetrack for it because I know I still got to finish um, the previous season of Arc Knights. But dog, though, I was surprised by the animation stuff because I know Arc Knights is mainly like a gotcha game and all that. No, but I was heavily surprised by the animation stuff from it. It's good.
Oh yeah, they're one of those gotchas that are like we will spend almost none of our money in order to save up for high quality animation that we're just like we can do this ourselves, but we
Yeah.
just need to wait, sit on this stack of cash, sell a bunch of product that will make it seem like, oh, we're being greedy and all this stuff. Look at all this product we have, and oh, we'll, the gotcha system is like kind of iffy on the operators you'll get and whatnot.
Mm.
But the payoff is well because it's like, oh, now we have all this stack of cash. We can focus all of our attention on actually flushing out the stories that we want from our gotcha game into anime, so
Oh,
that
yeah.
now people that are like, I don't feel like playing the gotcha game because I'm not more of like a tower defense type of person, but now you can watch the anime and still be kind of focused on like, oh, okay, so this is what the gotcha game's about.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's the honestly, if there's any gotcha games that are going to get any anime adaptations in the future and all that, I feel like this is kind of like the blueprint to do it. Um, yeah, because the way that it's done on in the animated series, it's again it's well done. I do like the darker tone of it. The score is low key pretty underrated. Um, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, they kept it simple. It's just 8 episodes, and I do like the fact that that basically the storytelling it did match for what's kind of like I guess the beginning story of the Arknights Gotcha. Um, but it was well told, and it's well packed in like I think like 20 to 25 minute, 30 minute episodes and stuff. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm gonna finish up the previous series, and I'm looking forward to Rise Remember because at least from what it looks like they kept the same animation studio, and
I
I was
mean,
like,
it's the same people that do the gotcha stuff.
yeah,
Yogstar.
okay, oh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought they licensed it out to like a different studio.
No, Yogstar is the one that does the gotcha and is the one that's doing the anime.
Oh, neat. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I meant by like, we're sitting on a stack of cash and then we'll just do it ourselves.
oh, okay, that's actually smart. I had no idea that it was Joestar that's doing it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty smart. It's actually kind of reinvesting it back into Arknights, the anime. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be well worth it.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's one of those Thanos moments where it's like, screw it, I'll do it myself.
exactly. Because I mean, if you got the funds to do it yourself, why not do it yourself? But yeah, it's coming out July 4th, and the current or the last season is out right now in Crunchyroll and stuff. So, in case you want to catch up on it and learn more about the Arknight story, it's 8 episodes, so it's not so it's a good binge watch for at least for a day. So it's well worth it. Moving on, we got the season 2 announcement for Reborn as a Vending Machine. It's going to come out on July 2025. Um, which I'm surprised this one got kind of popular and stuff. I tried to get into it. I wasn't necessarily a fan of it, but I mean, people like it, so why not?
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly, exactly. Let's see. We also got Demon Slayer Mugen Train. The movie is going to re-air in theaters starting May 14th in North America. I guess now they're also going to have it upscaled to 4K, which is going to be nuts. Especially if you're going to go watch it in theaters, or if you're off something and need something to trip you out.
Yeah, or if you just want to watch our favorite Flame Boy die again.
Yeah. Nah, I can't go through that shit. Rengoku was my dog. He may have come out and like basically just the span of that movie, or they only shone the spotlight on him on the span of that movie, but he was my dog. I was trying to not. I was trying not. I dropped a thug tear trying to not bawl over his death.
I only got to meet him for 5 minutes and he dies.
Exactly. Why did you turn him into a donut in 5 minutes?
God, the
Uh,
ace treatment.
Oh, man, when it gets to the now that you mentioned this, when it gets to that point in the live action One Piece series,
Oh, people are gonna tear up again.
oh yeah, and it's gonna suck more because it's basically if people get attached to Ace off the live action, whoosh. So
Oh yeah, just like people went wild for Mihawk. Iron
uh,
Mouse and her mom is one of them.
oh god, I do remember the Mihawk, the fan TikToks that came out about it. I was like, bro, this man became really popular.
Yeah, that
Uh,
that's how you know they're doing a really good job.
oh yeah, exactly that, and the fact that they're following Oda's advice, and that's how you know they're really doing a good job at it.
I mean, they kind of have to since he's like, being like, no, don't do this, no, do this, nope, I don't like this, do it again.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, why not? If you want to do the adaptation, do it. Don't do it quickly. Do it right, so that way you
Yeah, and have
essentially.
the original creator on board, like telling you actually what works and what doesn't.
Exactamundo. Exactamundo. Let's see. What else have we got here? Oh, the first trailer for Don to Don season 2 dropped recently by Netflix. I haven't seen it, but supposedly it's going to cover some of the more major arcs in the manga.
We're
So
gonna get to
there's.
see the ghosts versus aliens, hopefully in this arc.
Oh, wait, there is an arc like that, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Where
Um,
beforehand it was just like, oh, we're encountering ghosts and oh, we're encountering aliens, but never both at the same time. And I may be wrong, but I think this season is the one that's gonna cover the actual ghost versus aliens,
Yeah, I'm assuming if it doesn't cover it, it'll probably that's probably leave off in a cliffhanger where
or
they're
it'll be
gonna
next season.
where they're gonna start teasing it for next season and kind of like how the hero villain war did it for My Hero Academia in, season 5 and season 6.
Oh yeah,
Um, let's see. Oh, I remember I had this one jot down, and I found this one. Last month on Instagram. I had it saved,
right.
and basically, I didn't mention it on the last episode because it was a tight schedule. So I'll mention it on this one. Let me take a quick swig of water.
You and your swigs.
Why not? I'm trying to be hydro appropriate. I'm trying to be a hydro bro.
You have to be professional when recording.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You're telling me about professionalism while recording, and who's the one that keeps playing fucking gotcha games while we're recording?
What are you talking about? I have stuff to do later on, and I don't have time for gotcha games.
Doubt.
Besides, I can multitask.
Stay away.
I'm totally
Uh,
not playing as Jujuan right now.
hmm, doubt. Doubt. Doubt.
You'll never hear it though, because the volume's low.
But no, yeah, so getting back into it, yeah, there's this anime adaptation that got announced for fall 2025, which most likely is going to be October 2025. It's the anime name is called May I Ask for One Final Thing, and bro, I started reading the manga, and we can make this into a pseudo news manga recommendation for it because it's pretty good. So it follows so the story follows Scarlet. Basically, she's the daughter of a duke. Um, that's part of a kingdom and stuff.
Right.
Who got betrayed? Who basically at the start of the chapter, like I think chapter one, she got betrayed by one of the prince that she got engaged to. His name is Kyle, and it
It's
wasn't.
always a Kyle.
Yeah, yeah. And when I tell you the more of the backstory, you'll know it's always a Kyle. Yeah, it sounds like a Kyle. But yeah, he's essentially the second prince out of the kingdom. That basically, so she ended up. It's one of those things where it's like, her father went into a marriage agreement for her when she was a little girl and stuff, right? Um, and I guess offered her to the second prince, and it's like, okay, we've been engaged since we were children. Um, except this dude was a total fucking shitbird to her growing up. He bullied her, harassed her, basically kind of knocked down her stuff and whatever. And then it didn't stop. When they got older, it didn't necessarily stop. Then he got basically paranoid and jealous. And it's like, oh well, you think you're better than me because you get to be in the special class and you get high marks on your grades and all that stuff, even though I got demoted to regular class and all that. Just a total grade A fucking piece of shit, right?
Right.
Um, and so when chapter one follows up on it, it kicks off at they're attending this ball for the kingdom, and it's mainly basically for Kyle because essentially it's just this formal soiree ball thing that he put together and stuff to formally introduce his fiance and all that. And
Yeah,
there's
everybody knows Kyle's love balls.
God.
I'm
Oh
funny.
my god. This he's here every night, folks. Don't worry. He's here every night. But yeah. So they go to the soiree and stuff, right? And it's more so a thing of like, I'm gonna formally introduce my fiance, and we're gonna basically kind of introduce like the new head couple of the kingdom and stuff, right? And so so Scarlett ends up going to it. She's not the thing is that she's not necessarily a fan of Kyle herself. There's many times where she's just like, I had enough of this dude shit. But
Oh,
she,
it's one of those like, ugh, this guy
yeah,
again.
yeah, exactly. It's pretty much one of those. And so she goes, and it's a whole like fucking ballroom filled with like aristocrats and all that are under Kyle's backing and all this stuff. And so and so basically when Kyle announces his fiance, she goes and started thinking, all right, I guess I got to put up a smile for the cameras or and pretend pretend I'm at least decently happy for this, only to get tricked. And supposedly, so he introduces uh, this one chick that I guess he was in the same class as him in the regular class, as his new fiance. And so pretty much, Scarlett's confused. Scarlett's confused because basically the marriage contract that they were both under stated that they can't break up the engagement unless it's like unless it's by Kyle or by like some sort of other. other actions that were taken. And so when Scarlet calmly, mind you, calmly tells Kyle for this and all that, it's like, well, what's going on? Well, I thought we were supposed to get married and all that jazz. He goes on to this fucking rant about like, oh yeah, oh yeah, no, why would I marry a woman that has an ice cold stare and is a villainess and all that shit, right?
Right.
And especially, he accuses her of being a villainess without any proof. And she tells him, "Well, I haven't. How am I a villainess when I haven't really done anything? I was just going to school and all that." Um, all in the while, she's maintaining this ice cold stare and not kind of like showing any emotion. Um, and this piece of shit decides, oh, you know what? You don't know you don't know what you've done. All right, fine. Because my new fiance, not only did I meet her in class, but she also explained to me your all the cruel acts you've done to her, which is pushing her downstairs, bullying her, and all that stuff. False accusations,
Right.
basically.
Right.
Um, and so his new fiance is one of those girls that kind of looks sweet on the outside, but is kind of like just as manipulative as him on the inside. And so pretty much uh, she gasses it up. It's like, oh yeah, it's true. She bullied me, and Lady Scarlet. All I want is for us to be happy and all that stuff.
I just
Uh,
want us to be friends. But she bullies me. Typical
uh,
hood rat shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Typical. Think of it as a very aristocratic hood rat. Um, no, but yeah, it's pretty much that. And then, well, Scarlet, this is the part that I find more interesting before it gets to the action. Throughout this whole time, Scarlet's just denying the. Obviously, she's gonna deny the accusations, but not so like, it's all a lie and all that stuff. She just said, "No, I didn't do it. I don't even know her. How would I know her? We're not in the same class." Oh, so you're a classist? No, we're literally not in the same class. I mean, how would I've never interacted with her? Um, but yeah, so pretty much by now the engagement's already worn off. Kyle's canceled the contract and stuff, right?
Right.
This is this is where it really kicks off. And so Scarlet, now knowing that, okay, you know what, I'm no longer in the contract. I don't have to act civil with this fool. I could at least basically, I could at least start having my own life again. She asked Kyle for one thing, and yeah, she asked Kyle for one thing, and at first Kyle's like, "Oh, why would I give you anything, you wretched woman, and all that." But his new fiance is, it's like, "Oh, no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. We can at least do her this mercy." And that fake sweet touch is like, "Oh, Lady Scarlet, what is it that you will want?" I'm paraphrasing here, mind you. She tells her, I want to be able to deck this bitch to the ceiling," and then boom, fucking straight right hook to the new fiance, lays her the fuck out. And dog, it gets so much better. And this is only chapter one, mind you. Um, and then she basically turns around and is like, oh, because basically when Scarlet was going through this public accusation, it was a bunch of aristocrats and rich douchebags that were basically saying, oh yeah, I see, I knew she was evil this whole time. Oh, what an evil woman. Oh, I feel bad for Lord Kyle and all that stuff. And then she turns around and it's like, and you motherfuckers, y'all just stood there while all the shit was raining down on me, while essentially I was being accused for stuff I clearly didn't do. So now you know what? Instead of asking for forgiveness, I'm gonna just get my payback in blood. She, those kind of fingerless gloves that have metal studs on the knuckles. You know which ones I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it took me a bit, but I'm like, Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
she slips
Oh man.
she slips on a pair of some bitches on her hands and just goes to fucking town on the rest of the aristocrats. Fucking body shots after body shots, fucking knocking these rich fools out. And what's funny is that before she can engage with them, they're trying to call their guards as like, oh, stop this mad woman and all that stuff. She quickly does a magic spell that puts them to sleep, and then she's like, no, 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 we're not doing this. No, you're gonna fucking pay. I'm gonna get my get back right now. That boom, she just starts laying out this whole room of fucking aristocrats.
Doom music intensifies.
Yeah, that's really basically what it was. And then once they're knocked out, she turns her attention to her piece of shit ex fiance, and then she lays him the fuck out too. Um, and again, this is all in chapter one. Chapter two goes into the more of the backstory of how she grew up and all that. Um, and it's more funny too because at the end of chapter one or during chapter one, I think one of the guards is trying to remember like, oh, what's because she's known as the I think the Ice Rose princess, um, and another one of the guys is like, well, she had a different nickname too, right? And they're trying to remember what it was, and until during the beatdown, where she's basically laying out all these fucking all these aristocrats and all that stuff, right? They start to remember. They start to remember. It's like, oh wait, I forgot her other nickname. She was previously known as the Mad Dog Princess, and
Bruh. Like what would make you think that if people in real world, there's the MMA fighter Mad Dog, right?
yeah,
He's ferocious.
yeah,
So what makes you think that a person in anime that's known as the Mad Dog would be easy to take down? Come on.
yeah, no,
It comes with the territory of the name, Mad Dog.
and they do reveal in chapter two that basically she did enjoy fighting, not in the case of like, oh, I'm gonna just jump random innocent people, but more so a thing of like, oh, if I have to fight to protect people, I don't mind doing it. Yeah, it's more so kind of proven by, I guess, her older brother Leonardo,
Yeah.
who basically said, "Oh, the first time I remember one of the times when you were a kid, when I went to go pick you up from school, um, I remember you told me that basically you were protecting one of your classmates that was being bullied on. But when I walked in, all I saw was you, happy as day, with blood on your face, and it's like." It's such a good so far. I'm on chapter five, and so far it's such a good read, dude. I can't wait for the anime adaptation to come out. But yeah, if you such a want a fantasy manga, um, that starts off with just action, like at the last half of the chapter, bro, this one. Again, the name is May I ask for one final thing? Dog, I said this lady, she does it. It's one of those things where she's like, okay, you know what? I got done dirty. Instead of amassing an army, I'm gonna be the army, and I'm gonna get my lick back right now. And so, it's fucking so far it's super good.
It's like she's been holding on to all of this pent up frustration, and it's like, you know what? He's nullifying our marriage. Today's the day. I'm getting my get back.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's what it is. As soon as that contract basically went up in smoke, she's like, "All right, I'm getting my get back right now." Oh man, but yeah, no, it's yeah, I can't wait for the anime adaptation to come out because the trailer looks pretty good, and it looks like it's um, so far it just adapted the first chapter in the trailer. But yeah, I can't wait for this. Speaking of manga, uh, Tonikaku Fly Me to the Moon manga is currently on indefinite hiatus, as well as
Oh.
the freeware manga. So that's a huge bummer for any fans of those. I know it's been a minute since I was reading the Tonikaku manga. Um, I might get into that. I might get into that again. I love the anime adaptation for it. It's very wholesome, very good slice of life anime. Um, and now we got some solo leveling season three news, which man, I'm gonna be honest. If we have to wait that long, I do get it, but it's gonna be a long wait. So supposedly, I read it somewhere that basically I guess supposedly the season three of Solo Leveling might not come out until 2028, near the time of the Summer Olympics. Um,
I mean
uh,
that's reasonable because one of the animators did release on a statement saying that for one episode alone it takes them like 6 to 5 months to do
hmm.
because of all of the high quality fight scenes and whatnot.
No, yeah, yeah, and I figured as much too. Because I mean, if you're gonna deliver on that quality consistently, you need the time to do it. And and not to mention that basically since these animators are not just attached to Solo Leveling only, and they have different projects that they would like to work on, it would make sense for basically the at least for season three to not come out until like 3 years from now. Um, Especially if you want to keep up with that same animation style and to make sure that it's it delivers on, especially after how season two ended with like the Jeju Island raid and all that, and basically the fight with the Ant King. Which, side note, I got done watching it because I was waiting for the English sub to fully drop on Crunchyroll.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Bro, I love that goddamn fight with the Ant King.
Yeah.
No, the fact. So let me get a bit into spoiler territory here. Now, the fact that if there was an equal fight for like half of the battle, and then once as soon as Jin Woo got the advantage, and then the fucking Ant King just try to call away, basically crawl away out of the cave and all that, only for Jin Woo is like, no, 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 you ain't getting away from me that easy, motherfucker.
I'm getting my get back. Get your ass
Exactly.
over here.
No, that shit was wild. It didn't even kill him off right off the bat. It's just like, oh, okay, so you can regenerate. I'm gonna have fun with you. I was like, dog, this motherfucker's super disrespectful. I love it. But yeah, but in any case, or back to it. No, yeah, I'd figure it would be a good idea at least if you want to. You said you want to build up on the quality and momentum for season two. It is a good idea to at least have it delayed until 2028, just to make sure that the quality is good, that the animation style is good, and that the story direction is good as well too. Because it's one of those things where you're on a good roll right now, especially out here in the West. That you want to make sure it's like, okay, we got it covered.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Let's see. And for the final part on my half of the news, Boruto Part Two, the two blue vortex, um, half of the story. I guess I know there's a bit. I know there's a bit of rumors, but at least supposedly the anime adaptation for Two Blue Vortex got announced with no release date confirmed. A lot of people are predicting it's going to be probably like 2027, 2028, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, at least so far, because I know the manga seasonal and stuff, so you do want to. I guess it's one of those things where it's like you don't want to get into the same trap that the part one was on, or it's a good percentage of filler. It would be a good idea to at least kind of wait on it until you have a decent amount of source material to be able to say, okay, let's start adapting this.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it was. I did hear some stuff where it was like rumored to have a season two, but then people were like, "No, it's not true." It's just a whole bunch of like wishy washy on like what is true and what is not true until I what was it the official animation studio on their website released saying that yeah we are doing a season two. It's confirmed.
Yeah, it's because it was like you mentioned, it was like an announcement on the Studio Perio website, which is the main animators for the Boruto anime. They did announce that season two or part two is confirmed. Um, with which most likely is gonna sing its part one left off right before the two blue vortex part of started up. Um, I can see it being the case of like, okay, we have to wait until we get in more than enough chapters to realistically do at least a season of it. If they want to do the route where it's like, okay, we're not doing any filler anymore. We're just gonna do we're gonna make it into a seasonal anime. which would be the right call because honestly, like a good year or two of the original Boruto anime was taken up by fillers, especially I forgot the I think it's called the Mujin Bandits arc. Um,
Mm.
it took a long while to finish up, and it's yeah, it's like in my case, or as at least as a consumer, it would be a good idea to kind of like, okay, you know what, let's just move this into seasonal. And I do want to get a bit more into kind of like the whole Boruto stuff, but that's gonna be for a later episode. Um, but yeah, that's all I got from my end. You got anything to regale us with?
First, let's start off with some depressing news for
Mm.
some people. GTA 6 has been delayed until May 26th, 2026.
I did see that yesterday, and I'm surprised. I didn't think they were actually going to delay it again.
Yeah, I mean, they released the first trailer that everybody hyped around in 2023,
Mhm.
three, like 2 years ago. Like, come on. Like,
At the at this point, you might as well just because I know they mentioned that they wanted to fine tune the game and make sure that it was up to the people's standards to make sure that they got a good quality product out there. But I mean, you kind of already delayed it once. Why delay it again?
yeah, well, I hope that when it does release, it's like the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It
It's
better
got
be worth $100, like they are saying it will be.
oh yeah, no, like if it's one of those things where it's like it's a low quality game, if it's a low quality game that's not worth $100, it's like then what was the time spent for?
Yeah, and what was that whole going after that one guy that leaked the whole GTA 6 stuff?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. No, yeah, but I did see that yesterday, and as predicted, a lot of people were bummed out about it. Especially, it's like, well, now we got to wait another full year for it.
I totally called it though. I
Mm.
when off recording, I totally told you like, dude, they're gonna delay it and it's gonna be some stupid excuse. I was right.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you were on the money on that one. I completely forgot you did call it. Basically a while back. And so now it's just a wait and see. Honestly, at this point, I might just I don't know. I might not get it on release. I think I mentioned it here on here as well. I might not get it on release date because it's like I'm gonna just wait until the price drops and buy like a used copy or something. Because it's I don't know. It feels like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like it's too hyped up that it needs to be kind of like a perfect. It needs to be the best Grand Theft Auto out of the series, out of the history of the series. Um,
Supposedly it's going to be bigger than GTA 5
mm,
map wise because it's
mm,
like I guess you could say it's going to be the GTA universe of like the entire state of Florida.
yeah.
But who knows at this point?
Yeah, honestly, because I mean, now that it's been delayed and we've only gotten like one trailer out of it, or one in-depth trailer out of it, where it's like you at least get to see, or montage wise, you at least get to see kind of like what's happening in Vice City current day. I
Yeah,
mean, it looks interesting. It still looks like it's hype, but it's like I don't know. At this point, with the delays and the rumored price tag of $100, I don't know, man.
yeah. I don't know.
Uh,
It,
at least
it's a
for
it's a wait and see, but I totally called the fact that they were going to delay the shit out of it.
yeah, yeah, you did call it. So that's you're a fucking mind reader.
Yeah, my instincts never fail me.
Oh boy.
I'm good at smelling bullshit from a mile away.
So you ended up smelling the fucking GTA 6 bullshit a mile away then?
Of course, they're too busy focused on GTA 5 Online. Why would they just all of a sudden drop GTA 5 Online stuff to work on GTA 6? They're doing both at the same time and they realize, "Oh, we can't release it on this day. Let's delay it to have more time."
Yeah, and truth be told, that's if it is that thing where it's like okay, they're trying to constantly update GTA 5 online. and as well as work on GTA 6, it's not going to work. You have to dedicate your resources into a majority of resources into one thing, and that one thing should be GTA 6, right? Seeing as
Yeah,
how it's going to be the new game, seeing as how you're investing all this money into GTA 6, I mean, why not?
yeah, but nah, who knows?
Uh, I mean, like I mentioned, hopefully it pans out well. Hopefully the people that buy it on release they get their money's worth, and it pans out well for them. I don't know. I don't know. It's getting too hyped to the point where it's like I'm getting a little cautious about it.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, at this point, I'm just like, I don't care about GTA 6. I will shit on it, but I don't care about GTA 6. And I'm sure shit not spending $100 on the game.
Oh yeah, no, same here.
I mean, why would I spend $80 on a Nintendo game?
Let alone $100 on a GTA game as well. So
Yeah,
that's
AAA games aren't what they used to be, and some of them aren't even worth it anymore.
yeah, yeah. Oh well, I mean the good part is like if you have a backlog of games and there's a shit ton of indie games too that are coming out that are well worth it and have a lower price tag on it. Um, in case you're one of the people who was like, okay, I'm gonna just wait for GTA 6 to go on sale or to buy a used copy at GameStop or whatever. I mean,
Which would probably be around $80 still.
fuck that. At that point, I'm gonna just. I was looking to my brother. I waited out GTA 5 when it got ported over, until it got ported over for PS4. I could wait it out on this, and I'm just busy gonna play whatever it is I have on Steam or whatever PlayStation games that I have in the meanwhile too. Because hey,
Yeah, but it's whatever.
yeah. Let's move on from that.
Moving on, we have three collaboration announcements.
Nice.
The first collaboration is Honkai Star Rail with Fate Stay Night.
Okay.
Saber and Archer are coming to Honkai Star Rail with Nasu himself supervising the story.
Okay.
The collaboration event characters are limited time characters, so if you do not get them on when they are released, they are gone forever, and you will never have another chance to reacquire these collaboration characters. It is set to be released officially on July 11th, with Saber being a poll, while Archer is set to be a 5-star free character.
Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty good
So
deal.
everybody can get Archer on login for free, while Saber you actually have to pull for
Okay. Honestly, it seems like a fair trade. At least you're gonna get a 5-star character out of it at the end. So,
Yeah, I
because
mean, regardless, both characters are, according to my sources, are both 5-star characters, but one of them you actually have to pull, while the other one is free with login stuff.
oh yeah, so pretty much at that point is like even if you don't get Saber, unless you're like a huge Saber fan, um, you at least get something out of it too. So that's a good part about it.
Oh yeah. The next collaboration we have is Withering Waves with Cyberpunk Edge Runners. The collab is set for 2026. No other information is regarding what characters will be in Withering Waves, but a lot of people are kind of guessing that it's going to be the main three characters.
It'll be David, Lucy, and
And
well,
maybe Rebecca or one of the side characters, Kiwi, or everybody's favorite big ass dude.
I figured it'd be Rebecca, seeing as how this is going to be. I think this is Cyberpunk Edge Runner's first collaboration with a gotcha game. So uh,
With anyone.
with anyone, with anyone actually. So I figured that, and it surprises me that that the first collab is Wuthering Waves. I figured it'd be kind of like something kind of like Nikkei, seeing as how it's more sci-fi. Uh,
I mean, there
But
was that option last time I did the Nikkei review. There was that option for Cyberpunk
mhm.
because they did ask that question. It's like, hey, if you want to see a collab, who do you want to see it from these like list of choices? And one of them was Cyberpunk, and I was like, ooh, that'd be interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm surprised that Wuthering Waves got it first. Which reminds me, I gotta start playing Wuthering Waves. Suppose I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't have time for another gotcha game, which is the reason why I'm not playing it
Yeah.
or Honkai Star Rails.
Yeah, no, because that thing takes a lot of time, especially even just kind of like logging in to do dailies and stuff. It's like, all right, I did my dailies for Star Rail, now I gotta hop into Genshin and do dailies, and then Zenless, and then Nikkei, and then Arknights, and then if you play Blue Archive as well. It goes into a whole cycle. Even just doing the most basic stuff about it too. So I can't blame you on that aspect.
Yeah, yeah. The last collaboration is Diablo X Berserk. The collaboration has been announced, and there was a trailer showing a Diablo, the character you play as Diablo, wearing the Berserk armor.
Honestly, I cannot think of a more better collaboration fit.
Yeah,
It works. It fits, especially if we consider kind of like how Diablo, like obviously Diablo's kind of like more dark horror and all that, and pretty much Berserk, it's more of a dark storytelling, more dark fantasy age storytelling and stuff, and so yeah, this works.
yep. So it looks like from the little clip and the information I managed to get, people will have access to the Berserk armor and his giant claymore
Nice,
that you will be able to use in game.
nice.
Obviously, Diablo is released in Steam, PS4, PS5, Xbox, and anywhere else you can play Diablo.
Yeah, I think they also are planning to do a Switch port, or they're gonna save it for Switch Two. I think they're gonna save it for Switch Two. So, you might if in case the collaboration pass, who knows? I might bring it back for at least the Switch Two port.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not $80.
Ah, yeah, no. Hopefully it's not. Suppose I think the third party stuff is gonna range from different price ranges, so we'll see.
Yeah, and speaking of medieval stuff, for anime news, we have The Barbarian's Bride, set to release in October 2025 by Studio Jamando.
Oh, okay, cool.
You should be able to watch when it releases. It should be released on Crunchyroll or anywhere else you can get your streaming sites in.
Mhm.
For those who do not know of what the Barbarian's Bride is about, Stephanie de Levant is the strongest knightess of the West, found herself defeated and imprisoned by the Eastern barbarians. What savage degeneracy awaits her at their hands? Soon the truth is revealed. She is to be wooed by a very handsome barbarian prince? What will happen as Ver Thundervoice tries his best to win the heart of the prickly heroine?
Huh. Actually, you know what? That does sound interesting. It's pretty much the barbarian not telling her, "Oh, you're gonna be my wife" and all that, but he's trying to win her over. At least when I get it from the synopsis.
Yeah, the whole premise of it is she's defeated by the barbarians, captured, and instead of doing the usual barbarian um,
Activities.
slab of meat and pass,
Yeah.
they're like, let's just give her to our prince, and he has to try his best to like woo her over.
Dog, you're not starting off on a good foot if you, I don't know, maybe not raise her village and burn down her home. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
she lost a fight fair and square, and I think by the time period it gives off of, it's like, I guess, fair game of what the loser's fate is. You know,
I don't know, man. That's the other thing too. If she lost a fight fair and square, she ain't exactly going to be the best at wooing and, and trying to win her over by just charm.
true, but I mean, it was publicized. The anime was, or the manga, anyhow, was publicized in 2021, and it's still ongoing.
Mm, mm.
So the fact that this got an anime so fast, I'm very surprised. Sorry about that. My phone went off.
No, okay, no worries. But
But for those who are interested, maybe one of these tags are for you. The tags are suggestive, monsters, action, animals, romance, comedy, adventure, military, fantasy, slice of life, cooking, and supernatural.
honestly, this is kind of. I wouldn't expect when you first basically said the name of the series. I wouldn't expect them to have those tags, but it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, let's say could probably give it a at least give the manga a read first. I know you can find some of the volumes on I think I think it's once I've been passing at Barnes and Noble, um, and probably like other manga stores as well. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting.
Yep, it has, let me see, 4 volumes, 16 chapters
Mm-hmm.
total, and each chapter has 39 pages.
39 pages. All right. All
So
right.
you have a good read of if you want to pick this up on manga first. Gives you plenty of time until the anime releases.
Okay. That's a pretty good read.
Yep. The name is The Barbarian's Bride and is set to air in October 2025.
Nice.
Moving on from that, we have season 2 of my favorite anime, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skills.
I know you're hyped to shit about this one.
Oh, yeah, and I'm fully caught up, so I know what this arc is going to be about.
Nice. And we won't go into heavy details about it, so that way we can encourage you, our dear listeners, to go watch, especially season one. Season one is it's pretty good. It's mainly slice of life, yeah, but it's one of those ones where you can just lay back, grab yourself a good snack, and just enjoy it.
Or if you want to get hungry, this is also a good anime to watch to build up
Oh,
that appetite.
Oh yeah, exactly. I remember there's a few times where I basically watched it starving. My ass ended up on DoorDash like 5 minutes later. I was like, you know what? Let me just order a little something right here. And meanwhile, I watch this man cook.
Yeah, because the one thing I do like about this anime is that they actually cook it step by step, and these are actual real recipes you can cook in real life too.
Yeah, obviously you're not gonna get the basically the ingredients of like
You know,
fucking
orc meat or
yeah.
any other stuff. But if you use a substitute like wagyu or steak, or others that are similar to the food, to the meat he's using, you can cook an alternative that is just like the original.
Yeah, exactamundo. Yeah.
This one is set to come out also in October by Studio Mappa.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Matt has been picking this one up because seeing as how they've mainly been working on kind of like the more shonen battle series or kind of more action series, kind of like basically One Punch Man and Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen and all.
Hey, even Mappa needs a break from time to time.
Yeah, exactly. That just goes to show you that and they're still doing an excellent job with this one too. Because basically, I do like how they animate the or how they design the background and kind of the more nature settings of it. Um, it makes it look more peaceful, more peaceful than kind of like your typical kind of like isekai stuff.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's what this anime is. One of my favorites because it's one of those like, oh, I can just unwind from watching shonen and a whole bunch of blood and guts anime or the typical, you know, chick on chick action stuff,
Exactly. It's
and
like,
just unwind with some like good old fashioned campfire cooking stuff.
yeah, exactly. Because I mean, that's where. Because I mean, for the most part, we all love kind of like shonen and battle animes, and the different kind of like violent and gory animes and stuff. But at some points, you do need a break, and that's where kind of like slice of life, comfort animes come in. So what's the campfire cooking in another world and Eurocamp? Perfect recommendations for it.
Oh yeah. Moving on from that one, we have a Disney release.
Oh, this is interesting.
Bullet. Original anime new trailer has been released. You can go watch it by just searching up Bullet. But it is set to release on July 16, 2025 on Disney Plus. The studio making this anime is E&H Production. The director is Sung Hoo Park, the same one that did Jujutsu Kaisen and God of High School.
Oh, okay. That's pretty. That's a pretty good. Seems like it's got. It might get pretty good animation, especially if it's kind of because I believe it's an action anime as well.
Yes.
Well, it seems like it'll be something kind of like worth checking out. At least during the summertime. So, because I know summer's getting some pretty heavy releases. So okay, this might be something kind of like more underrated, but worth checking out.
Oh yeah. Moving on from that one, we have Roll Over and Die, a dark Yuri fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Animation announced.
Okay.
Uh, in the anime, it's going to be called Roll Over and Die. I will fight for an ordinary life with my love and my cursed sword.
Yeah.
It is about a dark fantasy anime girl, Love. Uh, fuck, I butchered it already. So it is about a girl, about two girls. One of them who is a slave, fighting her own cruel fate with a cursed sword as she goes on an adventure with her female companion, finding more about what it means to live a normal life and what is love.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
God, I knew
Don't.
that was going to happen.
I'm sorry. It's just like it's an automatic trigger in my brain. No, but no, but it does sound pretty good. I know. I think I've seen some. I think I've seen some reviews of the manga that's supposed to use. People saying it's like a solid manga online. Yeah, especially if it's dark fantasy stuff. I mean, it makes for a good story, especially if it's kind of like a slave girl that's fighting her way for freedom and all that. I was like, you know what I say to that? You fight your way. You fight your way to protect not just yourself, but your girl as well. Along with that Chris sword, you do what you got to do, homegirl.
God. You
Uh,
live free and slam clams.
now wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I'm not saying all that now. I'm not saying all that now. No. Why you got to put words into my mouth?
What you mean? It's a Yuri anime.
Oh god, fucking pinche way. No, yeah, but no, for the most part, it does seem interesting, and or it seems like it'll be worth the check out for.
Yeah, there's no release date yet, but it has been announced.
Okay, I think the manga's still ongoing too. So in case you wanna basically indulge before the anime comes out, there you go. There's the name.
In case you want to see some saucy stuff that might not be in the anime.
Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
uh,
Moving on from that one, we have "Tis Time for Torture, Princess." Season 2 is set to release on January 2026 by Studio Pine Jam Studio.
oh, okay.
For those who do not know what it's about, a short little synopsis. is the proud princess is held captive by the cruel hordes of hell, who is getting tortured, quote unquote, with all kinds of tasty food.
Wait. So at least getting trying to piece it together from the synopsis. You're telling me that the way she's going about killing her torturers and her captives is through essentially fatty foods.
Somewhat, yeah.
Fuck it, she's playing the long game. She's playing the long game, and I applaud that.
A very long game.
Because what better way is it to essentially take out the people that kidnapped you and have been torturing you than have them die of a heart attack? Yeah, because you fired up like some good pieces of like French fries or like a nice juicy steak that's high in sodium and calories.
True. True. Yeah, high cholesterol and whatnot.
Yeah, that basically they accuse you of it. It's like I didn't do it. It was this high cholesterol. I mean, fuck, he didn't exercise. Look at him. Look at him. He doesn't even fit into his armor anymore. How's that on me?
Tuh.
They asked me to cook for them. I didn't do
I've been cooking this entire time.
it. Yeah. Yeah. I think the manga for this one's also still ongoing too, right? Or is it completed?
I do not know.
Okay. Well, yeah. You said this is coming to come out July, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So seems like it's going to be something worth the watch, and see how basically culinary could get you out of essentially being a captive in a castle tower or in a dungeon.
Yes, sir. Moving on from that one, we have the confirmation of even the student council has holes. The anime adaptation has been officially confirmed. The studio Pastime, the one who produced the promo, is also working on the anime.
Okay.
For those who don't know what that is about, when it comes to the face of the student organization, it's a little weird, like a fool, scary, or moody. However, mysterious and few and frustrating days that seeming strangely cute pass by.
Okay. Because I saw the trailer for it. I know you sent me the trailer for it, or at least a teaser trailer for it. It looks interesting. It kind of gives me that's the type of vibes that Nichijou gives me, where it's fun, but it's random events that happen throughout the day.
Yep, it is suggestive romance comedy for comma exactly how I'm saying it, for comma KOMA,
For
school life and slice of life, and it's apparently has an award-winning sticker on it too.
Oh, okay.
So
Wait,
it is very popular.
didn't you tell me that basically there were some reactions to this on the Twitter machine?
Yes, a lot of people were curious and surprised on like how it's getting an anime because the same people who gave those mixed reactions did read the manga and they did say, God, I really hope they don't adapt this part.
Okay, now my curiosity has increased, and I gotta see what this shit's about. No, I don't know what if wasting away for the anime or just check out the manga. Well, I guess if there's time, we'll check out the manga. But now I'm curious to see what it's really about.
I mean, chapter 37, the title is Toilet Scrub,
I
and um, chapter 46, the name of the chapter is Cleaning and Boobs, so I don't know
Wait,
what to
what?
tell you.
I'll give this. Toilet scrub could go either way, but if it's basically kind of random events, it's I'm willing to bet on some ridiculousness happening. So
Or, I mean, it could be like chapter 50 that says no bra end.
oh man, this is gonna. Man, I have a feeling this is gonna turn a lot of heads when it comes out. But yeah, that's
Or maybe chapter 54 that says dragging hot dog day.
dragging hot dog. Oh boy.
Yeah, who knows what this anime is going to be about. I'm not giving any clues. I'm not being suggestive at all.
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows who knows what it really is about. But yeah, in any case, it's more so like in case you get curious, feel free to check out the manga or feel free to wait for the anime and see why people are kind of mixed match about it.
Yeah, or I mean, if you want, you can read chapter 1.
What's the name of chapter one?
Even boys have holes.
Yo, what? Nah, wait, hold on now. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay.
Or you could start at chapter 5 that says, I think it's really lewd, but dot dot dot.
Okay. I mean, to refer to chapter five, who of us weeaboos hasn't had that thought on a daily basis? I think it's lewd, but
Or
oh
chapter
man.
31. Enter the president's mom! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Nah, let's keep moving on before you give off the whole
Yeah,
before you give off the whole basically.
there's a reason why the comment section on the Bird app was very mixed on like, I can't believe they're animating this, or oh god, I hope this doesn't get animated.
oh man, but let's keep moving forward, man. Before we give off the whole premise through the chapter titles.
No, what you mean? It's award winning, so obviously they're doing something right.
oh man.
Anyhow, Zombieland Saga anime film is set to release on October 24, 2025 by
Oh, okay.
Studio Mappa.
Oh, okay, that's gonna. Seems like that's gonna be good because I don't think they released. Have they done season two of Zombieland Saga?
No,
Okay.
it's only been season 1. They did a movie. I know they did some live action promo for a real life restaurant,
Hmm.
and that's about it.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems like hopefully this leads into a season two. But yeah, for now they're doing a second movie, so it could be good.
Mm-hmm. Moving on from that one, we have the announcement for I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in My Class. Anime adaptation is set to release on 2026. No release month or date has been confirmed.
Okay. Since it's gonna be another kind of like school romance rom com slice of life that's gonna come out in the near future.
Yes. But by the looks of it, it does look interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can give a little bit of the synopsis.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is categorized as romance, comedy, school life, slice of life.
Okay.
I, Mehira Maki, someone who couldn't make any acquaintances or friends in high school, finally has someone I can hang out with outside of school. A girl. Her name was Oh man, I'm totally gonna butcher this name. Asanagi-san.
Mm-hmm.
The boys in my classes called her the second prettiest girl in the class. Behind her back, not to her face, obviously, on Friday, she would refuse her best friend, Amami, the first cutest girl in the class, invitation to hang out just to go to my house with me. Together, we played games, watched some movies, read some manga while eating junk food and pizza and hamburgers on the side while chugging cola without a care in the world. To others, we may seem sloppy, but it was precious. Secret time together for for Asanagi-san and myself.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That hangout scene, or how you describe the hangout, it sounds a lot more better than basically kind of, hitting up a kind of like a bar or kind of like a busy establishment.
Yeah. So from what I'm getting from this, it seems like Maki and
Hmm.
Asanagi seem to have more in common with each other than the first girl, Amami-san.
Hmm.
Um, and I guess we'll see throughout the chapters that they start to develop more of a bond to the point where, like, like the tags on here, they do develop a bit of a romance, which I feel like will get the attention of Amami to see like, hey, what's going on with her? She's like ditching me less and less, and she's hanging out with this dude that I have no idea who he is
Hmm.
and whatnot, and I guess developing this sort of like love triangle to the point where it's like, you know what, she actually cares more about him. I'm just gonna step back and kind of support them kind of situation because it is romance and comedy with
Hmm.
slice of life. So
Yeah, yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, because usually for stuff like this, it does tend to turn out into kind of like a love triangle situation, or more so a thing of like, you better not hurt my friend and all that stuff. So, I'm interested to see how this turns out.
yeah, the anime is set to release next year. No month or day has been announced.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, be on the. I guess it's something that interests you as well. Be on the lookout for it, or be on the lookout for any more news or information coming out. Since we only got the release year for 2026, so I have a feeling
If you
it's
want to read the
gonna. I have a
manga,
feeling,
you can.
well, yeah. You also read the manga, and collect the manga if you can.
Moving on from that one, we have The Rising of the Shield Hero. Season 4 is set to release in July 2025 by Studio Cinema Citrus.
Nice, nice. I know you're hyped for it too because I know Shield Hero was one of your basically kind of like favorite isekais from for over the past recent years and stuff. Have you checked out season 3?
Oh, dude, come on. I already finished it like when it first came out. Have I checked out season 3? Come on.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Just asking. But yeah, at least for the most part, I think you do. I think you might have explained because this was when during season 3 was airing. Um, I think you explained that it was still like a fairly good season.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, in case you want to check it out, I mean, season 1 obviously it was high in regard basically for kind of like how it started out. Yeah, and then season 2 and 3, obviously, or season 2 and 3, they were pretty. For the most part, it sounded like they were pretty good. So yeah, in case you want to check it out, feel free before season 4 drops on July.
Yep. And finally, we have Kanan Sama is Easy as Hell. Anime officially announced for April 2026 by Studio Kai.
Oh, okay.
For those who don't know what the anime is about or what the manga is about, Kanon is a demon hiding in high school in the human world to feed on the souls of humans. She sets her sight on a single high school boy as her first target, but somehow ends up in a lover's contract with him. Kanon, who has never been in love, is now filled with new feelings.
I could just picture her trying to basically try to capture this dude's soul, and he pulls a love contract into a reverse Uno card.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna take my soul to hell? Ha! I got you. Bam. Now you're mine.
For those who want to read it, it has 138 chapters.
That's a pretty good. Seems like it's gonna be basically kind of like a long read and stuff. So, you got, in case you want to read it, you keep yourself busy, and we got plenty of material.
Yep, the anime is set to release in April 2026. If you want to check out the manga, the tags are suggestive, demons, romance, comedy, harem, school life, slice of life, and supernatural.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Again, basically, if you like slice of life and rom com, and you're a fan of Monster Girls as well, seems like this could be right up your alley.
Yep, yep. And that is all of the news media we have for today.
Yeah, exactly. Now, because I know we for this upcoming segment, I know we were trying to kind of gauge it over, and we had it planned out for more of this episode, um, and now we got something to notify us that we at least have time to go over it. And it's an idea that you came up with, sir. So I'll let you take the ball on this one.
All right. So, you're in a zombie apocalypse,
Mhm.
and you have to choose three waifus to help you survive. Who are
Ooh,
you
okay.
choosing?
Okay. So first things first, I gotta ask: is there any kind of like rules or limitations, or like you can't choose specific characters?
No godlike beings.
No godlike beings. Okay.
Human level of power.
Okay. Fuck. Is there any other? Is there any other rules regarding it?
No immortality, and no cheat like abilities.
No cheat like abilities. Shit. All right. Okay. So now this is gonna be really tricky. Okay. So that kind of also this pretty much wipes out a good majority of the My Hero Academia waifus as well.
I mean, there are still some you can pick from, but, most of them are technically more human based.
Yeah, exactly.
But, immortality or cheat like abilities are like off limits.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of like who would be somebody kind of like with godlike abilities that we can't choose in this scenario?
From My Hero?
No, in general, like a waifu in
Oh,
general, like
well, uh, let's say Aqua,
yeah, no, yeah, you can't
because
really
she
choose.
has purification, turn undead, and can revive your dumbass if you die.
I no see. Here's the catch too about this. So say you got caught and you get turned into a zombie. Technically, you're an undead. So does that mean that she could still revive you back into like your more conscious form, or what?
No, she pretty much has to murk your ass
Oh, okay.
because you're undead.
Right, right. No, that's true. That's true. All right, but yeah, okay. So that's a fuck. That's a head scratcher. Let me think. Let me think. Do you have any? Have you chosen your three?
Of course. This is my question. Why wouldn't I have my three already chosen?
I'm just asking. This is just anime only, or could it be kind of like games as
No,
well,
you
or
can do anything.
do anything? Okay.
Yeah, just remember, no godlike abilities, no cheat abilities, no immortality or like high levels of regeneration.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Fuck it. Okay.
So my choices,
Mm-hmm.
to give you a kind of vague of what I picked, uh, was Vegapunk Lilith,
Mm-hmm.
because she's a genius. She can create shit, mechs, weaponry. She can scrounge and help her get material, build a sturdy ass base.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Darkness, La
Okay.
Latina,
Okay.
because why not? She's technically a holy knight. Uh, Peak physical condition, can hold her own in a fight. And finally, I picked Weiss Schnee.
Oh wow, that's actually yeah. I didn't consider that one.
Yeah. She can use her semblance, can summon beings to help her out in a fight, or just, act as security with the summons she can do, especially the one summon, Armagigas.
Mm. No,
But
yeah,
yeah,
actually,
those are the three I picked that
not to
will
mention.
most likely help me out in a zombie apocalypse scenario.
Hmm. Okay, well, it's a pretty good pick. Not to mention that with Weiss, you essentially got the you essentially could have access to any Schneid Dust Company stuff.
Yeah, but remember, this is post apocalyptic, so most of the things it's like you have to kind of find yourself.
Hmm. Okay. 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 So if I have to think it over, okay. So I got one. I'm gonna take Bulma from Dragon Ball. It's not because not to mention that basically she's an inventor and all that, but seeing as how she could also create inventions out of scavenged parts, kind of like how the time machine was. Um, and as well at the same time, at least kind of come up with at least an antidote or at least a temporary antidote for to ward off kind of like any possible infections. As she did in the one OVA. Fuck, I forgot the name, but it's a one OVA that essentially with the doctor, where the one kind of like alien doctor brought back kind of like the all the DBZ villains. Yeah, but they're essentially kind of made out of kind of like a toxic gas and all that stuff.
Mm.
And so she created the essentially kind of like the little like I guess the air filtration pills or capsules in order to basically filter out the air and get rid of the toxic enemies. On that aspect, it's like it would be kind of like a no brainer to have for a zombie apocalypse. Uh, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a little bit old school on this, one, or sort of old school on this one. Back from the high school days. Psycho Busujima from High School of the Dead.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, as a basically kind of like an expert swordsman and as a skilled kind of because I remember correctly, she was essentially kind of like the president of the Kendo club, or she was like the highest ranked student in the Kendo club. Um, you can never have enough sword users in the zombie apocalypse because I mean ammo runs out eventually, so you would need you would need somebody for that.
True, true, true.
Let's see for the third one. You know what? Screw it. Give me Roberta from Black Lagoon.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
has street smarts.
she has street smarts, and and basically she'll be able to scavenge for any kind of like loose parts or basically kind of any material that she thinks that it could be useful in the zombie apocalypse. Not to mention that we're Psycho Busujima can combat the zombies with essentially swords. She could at least provide cover fire with kind of like any weaponry that she could find, like any kind of like pistols or rifle or marksman rifles and all that.
True, true, true. I mean, we live in California, so obviously gun laws and whatnot. But, good luck with that. That's why I went with two sword users.
Yeah. I mean that, and not to mention, I mean, it's not like Roberta's only basic gun based too. I mean, she has CQC and basically, I'm pretty sure she could cut her way through a horde of zombies, especially as she gets into her bloodhound form as well. So that's
Or just tossing boulders at them.
oh yeah, that too. Tossing boulders with fucking cars at them or yeeting a bunch of grenades at the zombies. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be at least a decent lineup to get past the zombie apocalypse.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, and guys, any of you that are listening have any waifu lineups of your own? Remember, this could be all around the like anime, video games, comic books, what have you. Any works of fiction. Um, in
Pick
case you
three and let us know in the comments.
Exactly. Pick three and let us know in the comments. And for extra points, explain your reasoning why. Because I'm always curious to see, like, whenever we get one of these, I'm always curious to see as like, okay, what's kind of like the reasoning and the logic behind the choices. Um, so that way it's like, okay, I can see it in this case. And since And I do like the fact that you brought this up, saying it's 28 years later is about to come out.
I hadn't
So
considered that.
yeah, it's right on good timing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, in case you have your waifu team of three, let us know in the comments.
Yep. So, moving on
Mhm.
from that, I know you have some recommendations or 3 episode review.
I haven't watched that much. I know. Well, I got done watching Solo Leveling season two. Fucking incredible, by the way. They really knocked it out of the park on this one. Also got done watching Re Zero season one. Bro, okay, so why the fuck is this man still alive? Or like basically when chasing down fucking Subaru, fucking that fucking crackhead Betelgeuse somehow managed to live, getting cut up or getting fucking smushed by a boulder. And imagine my surprise when basically was when Subaru was in that cart with Otto, right?
Yeah.
And he turns around and it's like, oh, because he's sensing that something's chasing them. And my ass is thinking, oh, it's probably like a Mabeast or something, or probably like, some more people for the witch's cult, or like another one of the fingers from the witch's cult. Nah, I see fucking Betelgeuse in like that weird dark spider form, still somehow preaching about love and how he wants the witch to love him or Satella to love him. And I was like, how the fuck? How is this man still alive, motherfucker? I literally just saw you get crushed by a boulder. How?
Yeah, resilient, isn't he?
Nah, man, this is cracking. This ain't even cracking energy anymore. This is fucking. This man is off like fucking meth or fentanyl or some shit. Because how is it? The motherfucker doesn't even have his skin all the way through. It's just literally just like a whole blanket of skin on the spider. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, how the fuck? And so I do like the way how Subaru gets essentially kind of finished them off for good, setting off the kind of that lighter and all that, and all that stuff. And season one did leave off on a cliffhanger, and I'm stuck for season two. I'm basically gonna check it out this weekend. Um, but bro, just like I said last episode, or I think it's last episode or 2 episodes ago, I highly encourage you, in case anybody. Now, this is more so for people that either just mainly watch shonen, or for people that are kind of getting into a bit more into fantasy anime. Bro, in case you haven't checked out ReZero, I can't recommend this enough. We can't recommend this enough because I know you put me on ReZero. Dog, season one is a whole. I love it. It's a good chunk of storytelling, and setting up this world, and essentially the whole return by death scenario, and at least the basic side and how it works. It's super good. Um, yeah, the characters are well written as well, so you can't go wrong with it, especially with the fact that it's essentially around 45 to 50 minutes on average for each episode for season one. It's super good. I'm for sure gonna get back on it.
And
Um,
who's your favorite character?
uh, like waifu wise or overall wise.
No, just whichever.
Hmm. Because I kind of want to. I don't want to say Subaru. Because I mean, the dude did annoy me when he made an ass out of himself. In the court during the whole royal selection thing. Overall, though, but he did step up when it needed. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with my dog Wilhelm. That motherfucker was a savage during the White Whale invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's trying to get revenge.
Yeah, yeah, because the damn thing killed his wife. He waited decade. He waited about like 30 years or so before getting his lick back. And it's like, you know what? Now that I find you, I ain't gonna let you go. I do like the fact that after they kind of downed the white well, um, under the tree and all that, that basically the rest of the army decided, or the rest of the platoon that was fighting it, they all collectively decided, you know what? Nah, we're gonna let this man. No, we're gonna let this man basically finish this thing off because we know his story and we know basically how long he's been wanting to do this, and he just goes to town on cutting that big bastard up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, waifu wise, I'm gonna say Rem, but
Who?
Krish is. What?
Who's that?
Nah, you're not doing this. Hell no, hell no, you're not doing this to me. Nah.
What do you mean?
No, I know what kind of. This is an Easter egg for basically at the end of season one. But nah, hell no, you're not doing this. You're not doing this to me. You're not gonna leave out my favorite Oni maid out of existence.
What you mean? There's only one Oni made, and it's Ram.
God,
Who are you talking about?
you're a piece of shit. But yeah, I would say Ram, and then basically Crush would be basically a second, well, a second follow up because especially with the way how she kind of handled business, setting up the essentially the attack for the White Whale, and pretty much she's powerful as fuck, especially with that light sword. She's insanely powerful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's I'm looking forward to it. Um, Man, so yeah, I mean that's all I got for watching anime wise. I'm gonna start at Moonrise too as well, because seeing as how I've been hearing that it's pretty underrated. So
Oh, Moonrise Fantasy.
no, just Moonrise, the one that came out on Netflix recently.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, yeah, and so at least
Yeah, I heard some good things about it.
yeah, and so I kind of want to check it out. I want to try to have a 3 episode review on it for next time we hop on here. But yeah, do you have anything that you've been watching recently?
I watched The Two Perfect Saint, tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom.
Okay, I think this is one we announced a few episodes ago, right?
Yes, and it's on 5 episodes right now.
Oh, okay. So it's for the spring season, and like, what are your thoughts on it so far?
It's interesting. It's one of those it's like the saying, you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Um we have the main girl, Philia, who apparently worked hard uh because she was apparently born in a family of saints.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is like saint oriented except for her mom, who's like, I want to say, kind of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz she just does not care about her whatsoever. Um
Okay.
and she the mom prefers the little sister than her, who's the older sister.
Mm-hmm.
But what people don't know is that the little sister actually looks up to her as the ideal role model of what it is to be a saint and all that stuff.
She looks up to the MC as kind of like a role model.
Yeah, but the only problem is because she's been working hard in like uh, since first achieving her saintness.
Mm-hmm.
She is, I want to say, kind of emoto, so
Mm-hmm.
she's emotionless.
Oh, okay.
Um, think of what are some comparisons I can do?
Uh,
Think of Jean from Genshin, who's a workaholic, with the emotionless of Shenhei.
okay. That's okay. Okay, I kind of get what you mean. That's a pretty good comparison, huh?
Yeah, but the prince who she is engaged with found her not cute in his eyes. So, what was his name? Julius. That's his
Mm-hmm.
name. Julius was like, you know what? I don't find you cute anymore because you don't give off emotion and you're too perfect at whatever you do. So I'm just going to break off our engagement and sell you to the neighboring kingdom, who apparently their saint died like 3 months ago.
Okay.
So after, I kid you not, the next, like after she leaves in a carriage, and here's the scummy part about it.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to tell her sister, like, oh, I'm going to this other neighboring kingdom and all that stuff, kind of wish her well to
Yeah.
take care of this kingdom. Her parents and Julius were like, nah, you can't tell your sister anything because your sister's gonna try to convince you to stay and whatnot. You're doing this for
Nah,
her sake.
nah, those some scumbag shit. You made it tell, and also to her parent, and also to her fucking punk ass mom and her fucking punk ass daddy too. You mean to tell me just because your oldest daughter busts her ass and works hard and becomes essentially kind of like she's able to achieve statehood. You took me up with el pinche cabrón of her ex fiance and shit, right? And it's like, oh, not, even to the point, it's like, nah, you can't say goodbye to your little sister. That's fucked up.
Yeah, so they and it went to the point where she left in the dead of night, where they thought that her sister was like asleep and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she left with the idea of like, I'm doing this for the sake of my sister. She will probably have a better life and all that stuff. Literally, in the same moments where her sister's gonna tell her like some news and all that stuff, and like, oh, I can't wait for like to congratulate her because apparently the marriage is gonna be soon and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
She's oblivious. She's completely oblivious. As soon as she opens the doors to her room, boom, it's all empty. There's no one there.
Damn, and they kept the little sister out of the dark too. That's fuck. That's even more
Yeah,
fucked up.
it's only until I want to say like episode 3 is when she starts putting it together like um oh this asshole kind of sold my sister to the neighboring kingdom. But I shit you not, the next morning when he goes to kind of tell Julius like, oh, like what happened to my sister, she's not at home and whatnot, she opens the door to his office. Motherfucker is on his knees with a bouquet of flowers and a big ass smile, like, "Oh, you're so beautiful today. Like, you're like this and this. You know, try to butter her up and all that stuff."
What?
Yeah,
Nah. That's
because Julius, to this was his plan all along. He wanted to get closer to that family of saints, to get specifically to the little sister and not the older one.
nah. This motherfucker's a creep. He's a scumbag and he's a creeper. Nah.
Yeah, so it's so in that instant, the little sister instantly put one and one together, and it's like, this dude sent my sister off somewhere just to get with me. And at that point, you can see that, oh, like she is just repulsed, and it's like, ugh, this disgusting scumbag garbage of a human. I would never get with him.
Mm.
But for now, I gotta play along in order to find where exactly my sister is so that I could reunite with her.
Okay.
So for now, she's like, oh, haha, smiles. Oh my god, no way. Casual, like, fake flirting back
Mm.
to kind of butter him up. She then gets him drunk, and alcohol is the gateway to the truth.
Yeah. That's usually the case.
He spills the bean on like, oh yeah, the neighboring kingdom was like begging me and all this stuff, and I sold her off to tons with the promise of like a shit ton of money and all that stuff to make our kingdoms all rich and shit, because you're the better saintess than she ever was.
Nah. See, that's where the little sister played it well. Where it's like, where basically she just got the dude drunk and it's like, all right, you know what? He's gonna spill his guts out, and just waited on it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my vague kind of retelling of the 5 episodes. It's really good.
Mm,
And the whole time, the big sister doesn't know what it is to love someone,
mm,
or what it is to have praise, or like, someone to tell her like, oh, you did a really good job, and like, oh, don't work too hard. I don't want you to like, kind of have people worrying about her. When she's
mm.
in this other kingdom, she experiences that firsthand, and she just doesn't know what to do.
Okay. And basically, this is the first time kind of experiencing actual like love and care from other people. It's like. she's trying to navigate it out.
Yeah, because when she first arrived to the kingdom, she expected like, oh, they're probably gonna like escort me quietly to my room and whatnot, and I'll just begin my duties right away and all this stuff. Nah, turns out she's welcomed by the royal knights and shit, and the second prince and the first prince are there to welcome her in. They take her to the church, and the church where she's gonna do her saint duties at,
Hmm.
they throw her a party and whatnot with like good food and all that stuff to kind of welcome her into to like their kingdom and whatnot. And she's just like, what is this? What is all this? I don't know
This,
what to do. And the
this,
entire time she's just in the background of her own party eating a salad, because it's like, huh, I've never been in like a social situation before, so I don't know what to do.
so they're pretty much giving her the royal treatment right off the bat.
Yeah, but because she's always been told of like, oh, that's not what you're supposed to do, or you're not supposed to like celebrate the little things and all that stuff, because of her mom kind of brainwashing her with like negative thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
She has no idea what it is to receive praise or what is love. But you can see that she's slowly falling for the second prince,
Hmm.
and even the first prince kind of nudges them together, because the dude was married before, but her like wife died and shit.
Okay, okay. Oh man, honestly, this sounds pretty. It sounds like it sounds like it's a good watch. I'm hoping that at the end of the day, or at least at the end of the season, that they basically the sisters reunite, and then they get their lick back on not just a piece of shit ex fiance that sold her off to the kingdom, but also to the mom as well. As like, see, this is the reason why shit is the way it is, because if you're being a fucking punk ass to your own daughter.
Yeah, no, but it's really good. At first I was like, oh, it's gonna be like typical like drama slice of life, like romance and shit, but
Mm.
no, it's actually really good. I'm fully in depth in with the anime.
Nice. And so it's a basically kind of like in the spring season. I'm assuming this will probably go maybe 25 episodes.
I
Give
want to
or
say 12 episodes maybe,
okay, yeah, give or
because it
take.
is a romance drama type of anime.
Yeah, yeah. Those typically end up going for 12 episodes. But I mean, so far, it sounds like at least from how you explained it, it sounds like it's good. It's pretty good.
Hmm.
And wait, what's the name of it again?
The name is The Two Perfect Saint, Tossed Aside by My Fiance and Sold to Another Kingdom.
Too Perfect Saint, tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom. So yeah, in case you wanna watch some romantic drama in your life or in your daily anime watching, there you go. 5 episodes in, and it seems like it's gonna be reach a satisfying conclusion.
Yep.
All right, and so moving on from that, I know I already gave my manga recommendation early on in the episode during the news section. Do you have any manga recommendation for us?
I have one.
Hmm.
It's called No Matter How Hard I Tried, I Was Banished from Level Zero for 1,000 years.
Damn, that's a long ass time.
So it's about this dude who one day was just kicked, because no matter what he did, he never gained levels.
Hmm.
One day after being kicked, he's like, I got to keep working hard, because I want to make sure my mom gets her bills paid and all that stuff. He's more focused on like his mom's well-being than the fact that, oh, I was kicked out of this like party and now I'm broke, so now I have to become a solo adventurer and whatnot,
Hmm.
and being ridiculed by everyone and all that stuff. One day he goes home to where he's staying at temporarily, and he sees literally on the ground, kneeled, is the goddess of that world.
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, at first he's like, huh, what is this, who are you, and all this stuff. And she says, I'm the goddess of this world, I beg for your forgiveness. And he's wondering, wait, why are you apologizing to me? I should be sorry because I have this reputation of being uh, the goddess's hated person. You know, everybody knows him as the goddess's hated subject
Hmm.
because he, no matter what he did, he never gained any levels.
Okay.
And it is revealed by the goddess that uh, you know how when you're like in typical anime when they're 15, they go through like a ritual to get their abilities and whatnot, and like revealed what their jobs is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, apparently, his ritual was done, but it was done incorrectly on the goddess's side, because she accidentally overlooked him and never officially opened up his XP bar.
Oh shit! So basically, she never actually gave him the. She never actually allowed him to actually, gain
Gain
the.
any XP.
Oh,
So
okay.
she pretty much, after I guess a while, the apparently, and this is told to us by the goddess herself, the other gods in the agency that we are working in, that are assigned to different worlds, has noticed you and told me to fix the error that is your levels.
No fucking way. Can you imagine you're venturing all this time and it's like, oh, how come I'm not getting any better? I've been all through all these dungeons and all these adventures and stuff, but but I'm still like, at like level zero and stuff. Only to find out, oh yeah, you know what? My bad, my dog. I forgot. I overlooked you and I forgot to kind of, give you experience points.
Yeah, it's like she forgot to actually open his XP bar so he can gain XP to level up.
Damn. Look, I'll give her some slack because seeing as how seeing as how she overlooks, well, almost everybody in her world and stuff, right? And it's like,
I'll tell you this much:
uh,
when her character is when you see her character, she has dark circles and bags under her eyes.
so she's overworked.
Yeah, and even the main character is like, "Hang on, you're a goddess. In our world, we praise you as like this higher being, but with the information that you just said, it seems like you're just in like a 9 to 5 day job." And she's like, "Yeah, this is like my first vacation in like 1,000 years of me just working from day to day, managing the world of this place and whatnot."
Damn. So she really was over. Basically, been on the job for 1,000 years and stuff without a vacation.
Yeah. So and she even says like, "Yeah, um, I've have been making mistakes, and this is one of them, that I forgot to actually officially give you an XP bar."
Oh man.
So she
Uh,
makes up for it. Not to cut you up, but she makes up for it. It's like,
no,
okay, so I'm gonna give you your XP, but you need to hug me.
dude, wait, what? That's simple?
Yeah, that simple. And even the main character's like, wait, really? That's it? Just a hug? And it's like, yeah. If you hug me, I will. And if we hug for 20 seconds, I will catch you up to what you should be in your current XP bar. But here's the funny part:
Mhm.
because the chick, I guess, the goddess is like, I guess you could say, starved for attention and whatnot. The hug goes on for too long and ends up falling asleep. And even the main character is like, damn, uh, this actually feels warm, because it's a goddess. Obviously, the
Yeah,
godly touch and whatnot
yeah.
actually puts both of them to sleep. when they wake up, he realizes that they've been hugging for too long, and when he checks his XP, he's at like level 2000
God damn. So he basically quadrupled his level, or probably.
by accident because the hug went on for too long.
God.
And he's like, oh no, like, oh, I was only supposed to raise it by 100 times, not by 1,000 fold and whatnot. And he says like the highest level in that world is apparently 100 and something. That's the highest level that has ever been recorded.
So now in this case, he's the highest one, and now he's the highest one in the world by like 20 fold.
He's pretty much the One Punch Man
Oh, okay.
of that world, where now he's too strong, and now he has to like kind of hold train to hold back his strength and make it seem like he's actually slowly gaining XP now.
Man, man, all of that because basically him and the goddess fell asleep in a hugging position, and this motherfucker he inadvertently got essentially cashed out overnight.
Yeah.
Man, that's honestly, I mean, for all the shit that he's been through, it's kind of cool on the goddess for instead of saying, oh yeah, you know what, that was my mistake again. Let me just kind of figure out a way to kind of take back all the extra XP that they gave you. She just let him have it, right?
Yeah. She was going to, but he was like, no, no, actually, this is fine because I don't want to. Because this dude is nice. He's
Yeah.
like, no, 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 I don't want to put any more stress on you and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And he even offers her a meal and whatnot. And you can tell by both of their interactions that both of them have never been nice, have never had people who are nice to them.
Mhm.
So they do start to develop feelings over time. Yeah, so you can kind of see where this is going. Where I'm only like 5 chapters in,
Mhm.
but I can fully tell that they're probably both going to end up together in some way or another.
Man, that dude's at the end of the day, that dude's gonna be over to the if he ends up together with the goddess, man, that dude's gonna end up probably like essentially the new god of that realm.
Yeah, he gets the bragging rights to say, "I bagged me, the goddess of this world. Suck it, losers."
He bagged himself a literal goddess. Fuck it.
Who
He
apparently to her is just managing a day job.
Man, I can't blame her. Fucking working at an office shop and stuff, you get bags under your eyes, and you're just like, all right, I got another day. Can't take a vacation because all these souls need their XP. But at least you did him a solid. At least you let him keep the XP and stuff. And basically, both of them are kind of finding a common bond between each other. So that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. How many chapters does it have so far?
I would need to check real quick.
Mhm.
Because I have it in another tab. Let me see.
Oh, meanwhile, you check. I forgot to mention because I barely remember because not asking you this question. The one manga that I recommended earlier in the episode, may I ask for one final thing? And so far, I think it's about 48 to 50 chapters. I think on the official app where it's located in, I downloaded it yesterday to read it. Alpha manga. It has 48 chapters, and but I think so far translated, it's 50 chapters. So, yeah. And the meanwhile, I expect to search up that manga. There's a good amount of chapters for. May I ask for one final thing? See. Yeah, no. At least, basically, this manga, it does sound like it's good. It's actually pretty funny. But it also seems like it's a kind of like wholesome slice of life.
It has 7 chapters.
So wow, so it's really new.
Yeah, yeah. It's recently new.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But each chapter has 36, 35 pages.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it seems like it's a decent size of chapter pages. But yeah, in case you want to This is a rarity sometimes because usually with such a manga, it's usually kind of like a series that's heavily into chapters already or that's been completed. But I guess you want to get into kind of like the start of a new fantasy manga. It seems like it's going to be well worth it.
Yep.
What's the name of it again?
No matter how hard I tried, I was banished from level 0 for 1,000 years.
Mm.
The boy who was called the enemy of the god meets the goddess of the company slaves and gains the strongest power.
Damn, that's the longest time. I'm not even going to bother repeating that. But yeah, there you go. It's 7 chapters in. And seeing as that's fairly new, it seems like this could be something well worth keeping up on.
Yep.
Alright. All right, it's about time to wrap this up. I did find something before we close out the show. I did find something recently on the My Hero subreddit. Um, that I guess so. You know how the new data book came out like in Japan? I think 2 days ago or yesterday,
Yeah.
right? And so this is explaining kind of like after the time skip and yeah, and kind of following the pro heroes and class 1A after the time skip and kind of like interesting facts about them. I found this one, and I gotta admit, this is this is probably one of the most fucking gangster shit I've ever heard. Um, it's about Miracle. So it goes on to explain. It's translated, but it's a screenshot that I guess somebody took from Twitter. It goes on to explain on her profile that after the second battle in the final war, Miracle was discharged from the hospital, and in order to quote unquote get back in shape, she immediately went abroad to work with local heroes to deal with all for one conspirators. This earned her the title Bunny the Weapon, which made her renowned internationally.
Nice.
Can you imagine that? Like after, because by this point, after basically the end of Shigaraki and All for One, I think she only has like one like functioning limb, which I think is just one of her arms, and basically both her legs and her I think it's her left arm, they're all replaced with prosthetics.
Huh, she's close to being a potato.
Jesus Christ, God, but
She's just one away.
oh, Lord, um,
I'm funny.
debatable, debatable.
Ooh, she's the My Hero version of Darth Vader.
Kind of. I mean, without the creepy mask.
Oh, what you mean? Darth Vader only has one functioning limb.
Oh god. But yeah, could you imagine basically, and like you already, you just ended up fighting a war and stuff, right? You basically vanquished the big villain, or you had a part of vanquishing the big villain. You're out of the hospital, fresh out the hospital. Your first instinct is to essentially, you're like, you know what? I need to get back into shape. I'm gonna go abroad and start hunting down all these criminals that may have had ties for all for one. That's some G shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. There are more tidbits. Basically for the data book that are being translated over and stuff. Um, Yeah, and so basically, once we get more stuff, we might cover them later on in a future episode. Especially kind of like since I think we're getting close to the 1 year anniversary of when the final chapter came out, which is kind of nuts, seeing as how
Nice. It's already been
it
a
didn't feel
year.
that long ago. Yeah, didn't necessarily feel that long ago. But yeah, no, I just wanted to share that out here because I saw it, I was like, bro, this woman will not fucking stay down for any being, and that's fucking badass. Um, but yeah, and anywho, thank you again for you guys for giving us a part of your time. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're closing in on 2 hours now, so we're going the distance on these things. Anything you want to say to the people before we sign off?
Drink water, hug your mother,
Mm-hmm.
go outside, touch some grass,
Yeah, yeah, touch some grass, especially in the spring season. It's nice and sunny, at least here in California. It's nice and sunny out here. And yeah, with that being said, be sure to follow us on Instagram at otaku underscore kickbacks. We're also on Blue Sky now. Now that basically I finally know how to work the thing, we're posting up more episodes on Blue Sky. Uh, be on the lookout for any new content that we take out on YouTube. So be sure to like and subscribe on that aspect. As well, if you enjoy the audio only version of the podcast, we're on Spotify, so subscribe to Spotify. And yeah, for the most part, overall, take care. Guys, have a good time at work or whatever you guys are doing. And thanks again for dropping in and kicking it back with us. Now, for Green Specter, I'm Easy the Shinobi. You guys have a good Tuesday. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.